What is going on, guys? Today we have had 3 new icons added into the daily SBC. So we've had Torres, Desai, Rivaldo, and today we're looking at the Spanish striker. You're tired of coming up against teams that want to rip your hair out every single day? Make sure you check u7buy.com for the most reliable and cheapest coins on the market. And at checkout, make sure you hit that JT11 for 5% off your order, and hopefully you have a good day. So, as you can tell, we've done all 2, which is the bronze and silver rares. They are actually inflated in price because there is 3 different SBCs plus upgrade packs. Definitely have a look at your bronze rares right now. But today, we're going to be looking at Torres as an SBC and a card. We've got obviously his loan card, and I would always advise to probably go for that instead, just to start with, just to see if you enjoy him. Obviously, with some people like Cantona, Huller, Vieira, we know what they're all about, and you can almost guarantee that they're going to be a solid player, very much like Maldini. In terms of Torres' SBC, it's 6 challenges. You've got 80 days to do it, so we should be in the absolute midst of summer heat with all of the cards hopefully back in packs by next week or the week after. So we've got 82 rated, 83, 84, and an 85. The card itself is coming in at around about 240k on the Xbox in the transfer market. This SBC, according to Footbin, is coming in at around about 280 on the Xbox, 240 on the PS, and 250 on the PC. So, again, not a bad little one. I would kind of hold on to these now and just wait for summer swaps. Once we get all of the cards back in packs, you'll realize duplicates 95 plus will make these so much easier, and you can use a 95 duplicate to get an 82 rated team done with commons. So I would personally hold off on all of these. I can imagine we will get everything back in packs like we do pretty much every year for the past few years. So hopefully we do get the 85 times 10 as well. That is just an absolute banger of an SBC. But in terms of Torres then, so if we have a look at the card itself, a 4-star, he starts as an 85, he has an 88, a 91, and a 92 moments. 6'1" with a high medium, right-footed. Wasn't really too much of a fan of his base, mid, and prime. Prime definitely gets a little bit better. Base is good at the very start of the game if you can afford him, but I feel like he was a little bit lackluster compared to what I was kind of expecting for a card of this sort of caliber. He's got great pace, finishing's absolutely unreal, the dribbling looks really good, the physicality's looking nice, but the problem is we have got so many shapeshifters and special cards at the minute that are striker based that are still cheaper than this card. So very interesting to see what he's going to do. We're going to whack him into rivals. We'll be doing him and Desai at the same time. Finesse shot outside of the foot. Let's see what Torres can give us. Torres' feet for the first time into Mbappe, looking for that runoff. Defenders absolutely everywhere. Bale finds it back into Torres. Keeper's out. Alisson with a chip. And unfortunately, just over the bar for the first attempt. Torres holding on to the ball. Physicality-wise, that's where Torres' weak point really lies. Pace-wise, should be pretty good as we find Mbappe through. Chiellini with a lovely outstretched leg to get that back. Could be a clear attempt. He has absolutely left Torres for a dead. And honestly, what is that through ball? We definitely wanted it just that little bit closer. Would have been nice from Mbappe. Into Torres. That is absolutely outstanding from a 95 Mario Gomez. Torres was completely in if he didn't get that touch. It was a lovely ball from Solskjaer. He's going to see out wide here. Going to look for that little touch back. Torres with a first attempt, and I thought he may have had time, but I thought we had to get that shot off ASAP. Torres looking down the wing. Mbappe is looking for a ball if he can. He nicks one in. Mbappe with the attempt. Bale with the ball back, and a thunder shot. Unfortunately, didn't rock the keeper that much. Torres looking for a bit of speed. Chiellini's got that all day long. We get the advantage still, but this is what I'm saying. I'd be lovely to see what sort of striker we could be looking at for the same sort of price of what Torres is coming in at. He feels a little bit off pace. And again, it's very, very early to say. I think this guy definitely, judging from play style, how he's doing his dribbling, he's definitely not necessarily the worst player to go against, and especially with a new card. Can be a little bit more daunting because you just know that you are so heavily relying on getting a striker a goal. You're almost putting the pressure on yourself. So sometimes the player does look worse when you're really, really trying. If you just naturally got the card, put him in your team, he probably would score a few more. Looking for that through ball if we could. Just seems to be everywhere. He's not necessarily getting the right passes, the kind of right delivery in just every sense at the moment, but we've still got hope. We'll definitely play a few more games with him just to kind of get a good feel for the card. Torres, Chiellini again, got to play it a little bit more smarter. We're looking for that Ollie ball, so solid pass, Ollie with the shot, and that is sometimes where you've got to look. Finds a bit of Mbappe. He's going to spin it round, and again, he's going to wiggle his way through. 2 assists for Torres. That is sometimes just enough in a match where you think he's not going to quite get it himself. Torres looking for the first. It's in the 86th, and it's 4-2. Torres with the tap in. It's so nice to see that them assists worked out in the end for his goal. Hoping to see a bit more from Torres in this match. We got him straight down the wing, assisting a bit of Solskjaer here. Can we find a bit of him again? Going to try and ping it round back to the left foot. Tries to sneak it in that goal, but the keeper's well aware of where he's going that time. Into Torres. Finds another tap in, but that is sometimes all you need for the striker is to manage to get into them positions to find the goal. Oh, that is a ball for Torres to chase. Going to play that game with Koyunde. Looks for the spin. I thought we might have been able to get that little gap for Bale, but he doesn't manage to pull it off with this one. Torres takes that. Looks across. Goes for the volley. Mbappe with the seconds. Nice attacking. Good dribbling from Torres. We're seeing a little bit more of him this game. Finds the pass into Mbappe. It's got to be the finesse, and that is as calm as you'd like it. And I think that says it all, really. So then, going into Torres. Honestly, started off a little bit slow. Again, the first opponent that the second technical opponent that we faced against was actually quite good. We managed to win the game out, I think 4-2 in the end. Lapse of judgment on the final one, but 3-2 at the very minimum. And honestly, Torres managed to get a couple of assists. Managed to get a couple of runs, but the defenders were just way more in position and definitely not sold by any sort of movement. Any little bit, they've just read it completely. The third guy, again, not bad. We had a good opponent, but I feel like Torres definitely felt a little bit more of his stride. Got another goal in that game as well. Another tap in, but again, getting assists, managing to contribute to the game a lot more, picking up the ball, which is always what I want to see. Sometimes strikers, I kind of have the final product, and that's about it. When it comes to being on the ball, for instance, like an Mbappe, I like to charge with him as well. He's got the 4-star, so he's definitely capable of that. But the interesting part will be how much can you get for a 255 card? So if we're looking at a striker, for instance, for 255k, we are looking, if we go a bit further down, because obviously these are some absolute monster of a cards, we are looking, if we keep going down, actually there might be a little bit of a price pinch here, though, that it might be in the same sort of category as the level. So here we go. We have got a Cristiano Ronaldo, I believe, first in form striker card. Mbappe's just 30k more. 92, can't argue with that. Team of the group stage, Ben Yedder captain, solid card. And actually, yeah, he is coming above him there. That card for me is just absolutely nuts. We then have a Brave Boy, a Cardi, Hugo Sanchez, Mario Gomez, a Felix, very nice card there. If we go one step further down, Nunez, I'm just trying to see if there's any big cards that are just not on the list. Lozano, I think that SBC is done now, but that is a card and a half. Beautiful super sub. You've got a Gareth Bale UCL Live at 95, 184. Pushkash is still in the running, but probably not necessarily his base. Benzema, don't think there's any more of that sort of level that I'm looking for to kind of really compare him. I feel like he's probably in that nice price range. We've got a future star Ferran Torres. Not necessarily heard too much about him, to be honest, so I'll give him that benefit of the doubt that he'll probably be better. And I think if we look at this last page, Deulofeu, what an SBC that was. And I think that is probably about it. So to be honest, judging from the strikers, what you can get for that sort of price, I think he's probably about there, to be honest. And I cannot believe I can't click it. So I think, actually, yeah, he's probably at a pretty good price range for what you're going to get at that level. In terms of icon strikers, then, that'll be an interesting one to see who is the next sort of level. Because I think Torres is in that high medium to high rated, but then you've still got the absolute elite, the R9s, the Puskás, the Cruyff, the Eusebio, the Cantona. They are the elite of the elite. So I think you've got him. Then you're looking at somebody like an Henry, maybe. You're looking potentially at a Del Piero, a Rooney, an Eto'o. Then I think you're looking in that sort of level, looking at the Torres's. So if we're looking at them prices, Rooney's still 343. We've got Butra at 314. So they are keeping their price, and it kind of gives you a good indication of where your striker should be. In terms of the price, we're looking at 241. We know Ian Rush, 105. He should be not necessarily worse, but less desirable. And that naturally does kind of correlate with how good a striker is. If we look at Ginola, we know the price is going to be absolute mega. So you know you should be getting a good value for the card unless the supply was absolutely messed up. This is an SBC, so the supply cannot be messed up. The price will be what the price is. We've got the pace, the shooting on him, the dribbling. I feel like he definitely got into his own towards the end, and I think he's going to be a good striker. I just don't know whether he should be that sort of price. 255. In comparison to like the Desai's at 180, and I don't know how much Rivaldo's coming in at. He's coming in at, if we can find him, 234. Would I say Torres should be number one? I could argue both ways, but I think most definitely at the very minimum of this SBC is the fact that it isn't necessarily for high-rated teams. You have only got an 82, an 83, 4, and 5. So if you took out the 82 and 84, or 83, you're looking to save 70k there because you've got one team of the week or team of the season or foot champs, and then you've got no other there. So really, you are pretty much gaining an extra, 40, 50k value just because you've got that one team in a week. As we see here with Ndombele, he's 47,000 coins. You know that A, you either have a foot champs card, or B, you'll get one before actually buying them. So really, I suppose you take the value down. He's coming in at around about 180 to 190. So a very interesting card. I'd give him a solid 9 out of 10. Judging from the strikers that we've used over the past few weeks, months, I would put him at that sort of level. I think definitely looking at the R9s, the Ginolas, the Abidi Peles, they are on another level, unfortunately, to Torres. Maybe earlier on in the game, he might have been a little bit better. I can imagine the base card to be very good on the first few weeks, and then obviously the higher rated cards start to catch his sort of level. But it'll be interesting to see how he votes for next year. So let me know down below what you think. Make sure you do like and subscribe on the video. On the left-hand side, you'll see another review, probably for Desai. So if you want to click that and check him out, thank you for watching all the way, and I catch you all for the next one. Peace.